Hello and welcome. This is the newsletter just after the August and beginning of September Blue Moon event that has captured us. And I welcome you to this video or audio newsletter. Now, it is about the Blue Moon, and the second part is about grief. So, what I want to say before I start reading the newsletter, be mindful with yourself in case you have been affected by grief or going through a grieving experience. Yes, there is information in the newsletter, and of course, though, it can also bring a wave of grief. So please be gentle with yourself, look after yourself as you listen and watch this newsletter. So here we go. Blue Moon and other things. I don't know much at all about astrology. However, I am curious how blue moons or red moons or pink moons or other moons, phases, and experiences are affecting us at times energetically. This August 2023, we have had 2 full moons, and the second one at the end of the month has been called a blue moon. However, of course, the blue moon is really blue. So, do you pay attention to the moon? I personally love looking at the moon. I love how it's lit up by the sun, and the moon, the full moon, is shining onto us. The sun shining onto the moon, and thus the moon is shining onto us, radiating or reflecting. So we know that what it is like when you are in the presence of a person or someone who shines brightly or holds higher frequencies. They sometimes shine like the sun. It feels good when you're in the company of such people. Often we take on some of this vibrant energy and we experience positive effects. So we are a little bit like the moon being shone onto by the sun, and through that reflecting light. As you, though, also are aware that it is for each of us a different experience, and also each of us is a sun. So your experience is unique, your experience is different, and honor that. The sun itself, as I've said before, does not judge, it just shines. It doesn't compare itself or it doesn't compete, it just shines. Now tune into yourself for a moment. How much of your light capacity is currently in expression? Between 1 and 10 on a light scale. Where do you rate yourself right now as you're listening or watching this? If you are rating yourself, for example, a 4 out of 10, what do you already know that you can let go so it makes it easier for you to shine your light? Back to the moon now. The full moon is known for letting go of old stuff or releasing. By releasing or even just having the willingness to release what no longer serves you or is no longer for your highest and best, something within you will shift. Through that, new possibilities will arise. So I invite you into the new next and be open to it. Shine bright. Let go of something. Shine brighter. And repeat. And if you are having a cloudy day, please be gentle with yourself. with great love and respect from me. I will include a short meditation and attunement called Embrace Yourself Kindly. It will be between 8 and 10 minutes approximately long, so please go to the web link and enjoy that little attunement meditation. My next write-up is on grief. Over the past 10 years or more, I have come to include grief work as one of the fields I specialize in. Working with people who are bereaved is very complex, a privilege, and deeply humbling. I run groups and work with individuals. No one loss is the same. No one person grieves the same. Loss of a loved one, a community, a home, a relationship, a job, an animal, health, independence, a group, and infinite other losses occur during our lifetimes. Expected losses, sudden loss, traumatic violent loss. Each one impacts differently, and the complexity varies greatly. We all know that no two people respond the same in processing loss. It is helpful to keep an open mind about ourselves and about others in regards to processing grief. Grief can be short for some and a lifetime for others, and anywhere in between. Grief does get complex, especially when the loss cannot be processed or accepted. We are complicated beings, and grief can be complicated. As the full moon is a symbol for letting go, some of you may find it helpful to light a candle in honor of a loved one or a situation. Rituals and cultivating healthy memories are an important part of healing. Grief does come in waves, and situations, anniversaries, birthday, etc., can be triggering a wave of grief. Grief can require all aspects of resilience. Dr. Lucy Hone, who shared in her TED Talk about 3 things grief taught her about resilience. After Dr. Lucy Hone's 12-year-old daughter died tragically in a car crash, she learned the power of resilience and how to achieve it. Lucy shares in the 3 secrets of resilient people the following. 3 practical strategies for resilience when times are tough. Contrary to what many people think, resilience isn't a fixed or elusive trait that some people have and some people don't. In reality, it requires the willingness to try, she says. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you think there is no way I'm ever coming back from this, she says, I urge you to lean into these strategies. Number 1, acknowledge that shit happens to everyone. Think, why not me? Instead, why me? Says Lucy. Suffering is simply a part of human existence. There are solace to be found in the simple but powerful fact that you are not alone, and that sadly, none of us are entitled to a perfect life. 2, look for and accept the good. Resilient people habitually appraise situations realistically, which means they're pretty good at knowing what they can change and accepting the things they can't change. They're also good at turning into and noticing what is still good in their world. Know that you can find positives somewhere in your life, even if you have to delve deep. Number 3, ask yourself, is what you're doing working for you? Is the way you're thinking or the way you're acting helping or harming you in your quest to get through adversity? By asking yourself this simple question, you place yourself back in the driver's seat, allowing you at least a modicum of control over your decision-making and experiences. This is particularly important during times when control can feel very thin on the ground. So please care for yourself as reading the above may have touched you deeply. Be gentle and apply good self-care. No one can grieve for us or can take the pain away despite caring deeply. Grief is an individual experience, hence learning how to ride those emotional waves is essential. What self-care rituals are available and can be applied? Who can I connect with if I need company? It is important to understand whether it's helpful to spend time alone or with people who understand as one is going through tough times. Always go gentle. Yes, grief is something that is asking us to be strong, but always go gentle. With this and these thoughts and tools, I close my newsletter and send you much love and many blessings. Namaste.